Hello there. Today's topic is about fungal infection of the ear. In medical terms, it is called as otomycosis. Fungal infection, it is very common in tropical and subtropical countries like India, or I can say Asian countries. So, which are the conditions where fungal infections are very common? One, there is prolonged use of antibiotic ear drops. Second one is poorly controlled diabetes mellitus. And third one is immunocompromised patients. In these conditions, fungal infection of the ear is very common. In the ear, you have two types of fungus. Either it can be aspergillosis or it can be candidiasis. Let us see what are the complaints of the patients. The most common complaint will be itching or irritation of the ear, and ear pain and discharge is not uncommon. Likewise, suppose it is blocked, they can complain about ear block as well as hearing loss. The most main complaint will be itching and irritation of the ear. On examination, you may find one of these two findings. Either you can see black heads against a white background, which is suggestive of aspergillosis, or you can find curd-like discharge, which is suggestive of candidiasis. Now, is it must do for investigation? Not at all, except for the last one, blood sugar. In my past 20-23 years of experience, I have done ear swab or fungal smear only for one or two patients. Most of the 99.9 patient is directly, with this finding we can say it is fungal, and we can go in directly for the treatment. If at all it has to be done, we need to do a fungal smear and culture substitute. But like what I said, in adults patient, the blood sugar control is most important. So we should know the blood sugar and we have to bring it under control. That is most important. Now coming to the treatment part. The most important part of treatment is complete suction cleaning of the ear. The fungus has to be completely removed. You may need to visit us at least once or twice to see that it has been completely removed. Once the fungus has been removed from the ear, you have three options now, whether we should give ear drops or ointment or a ear wig. The most commonly followed one is the antifungal ear drops. So you need to apply 3 drops 3 times daily for at least 10 to 12 days. That is the most commonly used treatment. The next one will be, we can use antifungal ointments. There are so many in the market. So we will be using any one of those. This ointment, once it is applied, it stays in the ear for more than 6 to 10 days for sure. The difference between the ointment and the ear drops, once you apply the ointment, it stays in the ear for a longer time of course, but the ear will be blocked for these 10 days. So some of the patients are not that comfortable. So that's why I said the most preferred modality of antifungal treatment, it is after suctioning, it is ear drops. The third one is, we have small umbilical tape in which the antifungal ointment is applied and it is kept in the ear for a day or two. It has to be removed after that, followed by either the ointment or the drops. Now, we have seen the treatment part. We have to go through the precautionary measures or the prevention. We have to prevent it doesn't come back again. So what do you do for that? For that, the most important is when the treatment is going on and at least 2 weeks after the treatment, you should see that water does not enter there. How do you do that? By whenever you take a head bath, plug in your ear with a cotton wool followed by application of Vaseline over it. Once your head shower is over and your cleaning part is done, you can remove the cotton. That is most important. And meanwhile, this period of 2 weeks, try to avoid swimming also. So that is all about otomycosis. Please do not forget to subscribe my channel, as well as if you like it, please press on the like symbol. Thank you so much.